Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new video. Today I'm going to be sharing a simple budget with me. I'm going to take you through step by step how to create a budget and how to do it in the most easiest way. My name is Liz. I'm a married mom to 3 sliding into my 40s, and here on my channel I love to share my journey in learning to live with more intention, save with purpose, and spend with joy. I love sharing personal finance from the perspective of a realistic everyday mom trying to be financially responsible. And I thought this would be a great video for the person who maybe wants to get started. Maybe you don't have a budget yet. You just need someone to kind of take you by the hand and say, this is how we're gonna do it step by step. Grab yourself a beverage. I've got a delicious coconut macaroon coffee. It's so good. And we're gonna get started on the budget. Step number 1 is to list your expenses. To do this, I would go to your bank account and I would go to the last full month. The time of filming this video, it's May 5th. I would go back to April 1st to April 30th, and that would be the timeline that I would use. I know financial experts will say, take the average of 3 months. I feel like that is overwhelming. If you're anything like me and you want this to be just simple, bare bones, you can tweak your budget as you get started. The hardest part of anything is just getting started. So let's not even worry about getting the average of 3 months. Let's just use the last 30 days. Once you have your bank account open, you're going to make a list of your fixed expenses. Things like your mortgage, your rent, property tax, insurance, those guaranteed expenses that are going to come out of your account, you're going to list them in one category. At the same time that you're looking for those fixed expenses, you're also going to be looking for variable expenses. These are expenses that can change month to month. Things like gas, groceries, eating out, maybe shopping. If you see a lot of different clothing purchases or skincare, you're going to list those under variable expenses. And the last thing you're going to be looking for when you're going through your account is any sort of debt repayment. So this can be something like a car payment, Visa interest if you have credit card debt, if you have any loans, maybe some loan interest, anything that has to do with a debt, you would list that under the debt category. So you're gonna have 3 categories that you're looking for in your account. You're gonna have your fixed expenses, your variable expenses, and your debts. You're gonna wanna go through any charging account that you have, whether that's a checking, a credit card, multiple credit cards. Just take the time, again, go through the last full month and make your lists with those 3 categoried expenses. Once you have all of your expenses laid out in front of you, you're gonna go back to your bank account and you're going to look at your income. What was your income for the last 30 days? All your household income coming in, you're gonna wanna have that listed out as well. Lastly, if you have any automatic savings, retirement, education, anything like that, you're gonna wanna list whatever that is as well. Now that we have a list of all of our expenses, debts, savings, income, we're gonna build a budget together. I always like to start with the income at the very bottom of the spreadsheet. So let's say, for example, our household income between us and our partner is $6,000. And once we have our income in, we're gonna go up to the top and we're gonna start doing our fixed expenses. Looking at that list of fixed expenses, we're just gonna go ahead and add, let's say mortgage is $1,200, I wish, property tax, $250, electricity, let's say $150, gym membership, $56. That actually is my gym membership. Insurance, let's say $300, and you're just going to continue. If you have any other fixed expenses, this would be the place that you would go ahead and add that. Once the fixed expenses is done, we're going to go into the variable expenses. And we're going to list all of the variable expenses from our research in our bank account. And let's say $250 for gas. This is where you need to really have honest conversations within yourself and with your partner, depending on who is the natural spender. I know in our marriage, it's definitely me. So it's having a conversation of what am I willing to say no to right now in order to say yes to the things or experiences or dreams that I have for myself and my family. With that being said, also being realistic, because Rome wasn't built in a day. And if last month you spent $500 eating out, to say that you're not going to spend any money this month eating out might be unrealistic. So I am a firm believer in just being very honest and realistic with yourself. You want it to be successful. So let's say entertainment is $100. And personal care items, let's say you need to replace a couple things, toothpaste, paper towels, things like that, $50. Eating out, let's say last month you spent $500 and this month you're going to aim for $250. Gifts, looking at your calendar, there's a birthday party coming up, you're gonna spend about $50 on a gift. And then clothing, you don't really need much, but you're gonna just give yourself a $100 buffer in case you, or if you have kids, one of your kids needs something, you've got that money in your account. Then we're gonna go to debt repayment. Again, looking at your sheet, just look at what your debt repayments are. So maybe car payment, $400, maybe you pay Visa interest of $120, and then look at what's left over. Once you add your fixed expenses, your variable expenses, your debt repayments, anything that automatically comes out of your account, what is left over? In this case, there's $1,524 left over. So now we get to decide. And this is where we started to get super intentional, because instead of just having this money left over, you get to decide, no, I actually want $500 to go here. I actually really want to take my family on a trip next year. So I want to save $100 a month for the next year and a bit. Whatever it is that you're saving for, you get to be super intentional. Or I really want to get my hair done. I'm going to put away $100 this month and $100 next month and be able to go and get my hair done debt-free with the cash. So again, it's just having those honest conversations with yourself. And what I learned to do is to pay our future selves first. So I like to then take what's left over and right away put a certain amount in our savings account. So now you can decide, maybe you want to pay off your Visa. So you would go back up to the debt repayment category and you would add an extra, let's say $500 towards your Visa, because you want to get that paid off. Now when we look, we have just over $1,000 left over, which is still a great amount. So let's say you want to save because you don't want to go into debt. You want to build up an emergency fund. You want to have some cash on hand in case things happen, so you don't have to use a credit card. So let's say you want to put $500 towards your emergency fund. We're going to go ahead and do that. There's still $524 left over. And I have a little tip here. If you don't know how much to save versus spend, you can start with the 50-30-20 rule, which is 50% needs, 30% wants, and 20% savings. And once you get started on your journey, this will become more clear. But for now, if you're just looking for kind of a general rule of thumb, that's a great place to start. $524 left. Let's say we want to save, because I am someone who values experiences over things. Let's say save for winter vacation, and we are going to take $200 from that $524 and we are going to put that towards that. And now there's $324 left. And I suggest while getting started to keep a small buffer in your account just until you get a handle of exactly what's coming in and out, which happens pretty quickly. And then I am a firm believer in budgeting every single dollar, but it's personal finance, whatever you are most comfortable with, definitely do that. But for us, we love telling every single dollar where we want it to go. That is it. That is as simple as it is to create a budget step by step. As much as I love the budget that I use now with the graphs and the expense trackers, I know that when I was getting started, that would have felt very overwhelming. I truly hope that this helps you get started on your journey. I hope that I was able to give you some value today and just remind you that it is possible if you just follow simple money principles, live on less than you make. I wish I learned it sooner, but here we are, and it's never too late to start. I'm so grateful for every single one of you. Thank you for watching. Please let me know in the comment section if this was helpful, what else you would love to see from me. Don't forget to get your free copy of the budget. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye everyone.